Imagine a future where a deadly disease called the red fever has spread all over the world. This disease is very bad news for people, especially older adults. When someone gets infected, red spots start appearing on their body, and within a few weeks, they die. The weird thing about the red fever is that it only affects older people. Young children are safe from getting infected, but if they do get infected, it's a big deal. If a child gets the disease, they'll survive for a while, but as soon as they grow up, they'll die from it. To make things worse, people who get the red fever also lose the ability to have children. This means that the human population is in big trouble, and there's a real danger that humans might become extinct. In the middle of all this chaos, we meet a 13-year-old girl named Anna. She lives in a forest in Sicily with her little brother, Aster, who is only 5 years old. Anna takes care of Aster and goes on trips to the nearby city to find food. They eat old food that they find, which is not very healthy, but it's better than going hungry. Anna and Aster live in a special area that's surrounded by wires to keep them safe. Aster is not allowed to leave this area because it's not safe for him outside. Anna warns Aster that there are many dangers outside, like demons that will hurt him if he leaves their safe area. They've been living like this for 5 years, and Anna is determined to keep her brother safe. The scene then shifts to a flashback, showing the early days of the red fever outbreak. Anna is living with her parents in a house, but she prefers spending time with her father. One morning, Anna and her father are playing a game of hide and seek when her mother interrupts them. The red fever is spreading rapidly, and Anna's mother is worried about their safety. She wants Anna to leave the city with her, but Anna doesn't want to go. Despite his reservations, Anna's father agrees to let her go with her mother. Before they leave, he reassures Anna that they will meet again soon. Anna's mother takes her to her own house, which is located in a remote area of the forest, far from the city. Anna's mother is living with her new partner, Damiano, and his young son, Aster. Anna feels uncomfortable around Damiano and Aster, and she thinks that they are the reason why her parents are not together anymore. She doesn't like Damiano and Aster, and she feels like they are intruding on her family. Despite Damiano's efforts to bring Anna and Aster together, they still don't get along. The red fever is spreading rapidly, and Damiano and Anna's mother, Mario, decide to stay away from the city as much as possible. However, the disease hasn't reached the city yet, so Anna and Aster continue to go to school every day. One day, a teacher at the school contracts the red fever, and chaos erupts. Parents rush to the school to pick up their children, but Mario doesn't answer any calls because she's busy with Damiano. Anna and Aster are left alone, and a kind teacher named Angel offers to take them to her home. However, Angel doesn't know the address of Anna and Aster's house, which is located in a remote area of the forest. Anna tries to give her directions, but it's not easy. Angel tries to call Mario, but her phone is not working. As they're driving, Angel stops at a hotel to ask for help, but to their horror, they see two men beating the hotel owner. The men then approach Angel and kill her. Anna and Aster are left alone and have to walk back to their home on foot. Meanwhile, Mario notices a red spot on Damiano's body and realizes that he has contracted the red fever. She tells him to leave the house immediately, fearing that if they both get sick, there will be no one to take care of the children. Mario then checks her phone and sees that Angel has been trying to reach her repeatedly. She quickly sets out to find Anna and Aster and eventually finds them and brings them back home. At the end of the week, Anna's father comes to visit, but he's clearly unwell. Mario refuses to let him inside the house, knowing that it would put the children and herself at risk of getting infected. Later that evening, Anna sees her father sitting in his car, but he's fainted. As the days pass, everyone in the household starts to get sick, including Mario. She realizes that she doesn't have much time left and is worried about the children's survival. She starts writing a list of instructions for Anna and Aster, hoping to help them survive on their own. The first thing on the list is for Anna to take care of herself and her younger brother at all costs. Mario writes that they must work together to solve all their problems and rely on each other for support. The scene shifts back to the present, where Anna is telling her younger brother Aster that the trees in the forest are protecting them from the dangers of the outside world. She also tells him that he can only leave the forest after she dies. However, Aster doesn't understand what death means, and he thinks that Anna is talking about killing her. He even suggests that they should kill her quickly so that he can leave the forest. Anna leaves the forest early the next morning to go on a scavenging mission. She enters a dark room where she finds a toy doll for Aster. She then moves on to a church where she finds many children like her, searching for food and useful items. As she explores the church, Anna realizes that the world has changed dramatically. All the adults are dead, and the world is now run by children. These children are fighting over over food and resources, and Anna finds herself in the midst of this chaos. Anna helps some girls to retrieve an item that is stuck under a heavy table. However, they start arguing over who should get the item. Just then, a boy named Pietro appears with a juice bottle, offering to trade it for the item. Anna outsmarts Pietro and manages to get both the item and the juice bottle. Just as Anna is about to leave, a group of children known as the Blue Children appears. They are a gang of ruthless children who steal food and kill other children to survive. Anna and Pietro run away from the Blue Children to save their lives. They are chased by the gang, but they manage to escape by climbing a ladder and reaching the other side of the library. Meanwhile, Aster is left alone in the forest and starts to wander around. He plays pretend, imagining himself as different animals. He then spots a food item on the other side of the barbed wire and tries to get it using a stick. However, he accidentally steps outside the wire and gets scared, thinking about the demons that Anna warned him about. He runs back and hides behind a pile of garbage, where he eventually finds the food bottle. Back in the city, Anna and Pietro manage to escape the Blue Children and become friends. They hear a rumor that the Blue Children are hiding people who can cure the red fever by kissing. The rumor suggests that the Blue Children are doing this to maintain their dominance in the city, but no one believes it. Pietro shows Anna a boy who is dying from the red fever. The boy has come to the city to find a painless death. Anna feels that there is no use in trying to save him, and Pietro takes her to his bike to drop her off at her house. However, Anna is hesitant to give Pietro her address. Pietro suggests that if she wants to meet him again, they can meet at the seashore. Aster goes to his parents' room in the house, where he finds the remains of Mario's body. Her skull is still on the bed, and it's a shocking sight. The bed is also filled with jewelry, which is a strange and disturbing contrast to the gruesome scene. Aster starts reading from a book that Mario wrote, which contains instructions on how to survive. The book tells them what to do when they find food and how to make sure it's safe to eat. According to the book, they should first check the expiration date of the food, and if they can't do that, they should smell it to see if it's spoiled. If the food is dirty, they should boil it to make it safe. However, Aster doesn't follow these instructions carefully. He smells the food, but he ignores the foul odor and doesn't bother to boil it. This is a worrying sign, as it suggests that Aster may not be taking the necessary precautions to stay safe. Just then, Anna comes home, excitedly showing off the things she's found. She tells Aster that she had to fight monsters to get them, and she's clearly trying to make him believe that the outside world is a dangerous and scary place. In the next scene, we see three children exploring a cave-like area. They pull a chain, and a large man is revealed, tied up with chains. However, it's not clear why the children are holding him captive or how he's still alive. The scene then shifts to two twin brothers, Mario and Paolo, who run a shop selling food, maps, and other supplies. They've managed to survive in this post-apocalyptic world by selling fake medicines that claim to cure the red fever. They're a clever and resourceful duo, always looking out for each other. One morning, Paolo wakes up to find red spots on his body, indicating that he's contracted the red fever. He checks his brother Mario's body, but there are no spots on him. It becomes clear that Paolo is going to die soon, and he only has a few weeks left. The brothers decide to make the most of their time together and finish off all the food they have. They also decide to have fun and enjoy their last week together. Paolo reveals his last wish. He wants to eat ice cream before he dies. However, they don't have a fridge to store the ice cream. Paolo comes up with a clever idea. He tells Mario to dig a hole and build a basement. After Paolo dies, Mario can use the space to make ice cream and sell it to people. The scene shifts to the forest, where Anna and Aster are playing and having fun together. Anna is starting to develop a strong bond with her brother, and it's clear that she's learning to love and care for him. The next morning, Anna sets out on another scavenging mission, this time heading to the seashore. She's thinking about meeting Pietro, and the two of them eventually meet up and spend the day together. They swim, play, and have a great time, and Pietro even shares something that makes them both feel intoxicated. As they lie down on the beach looking at each other, they realize that they actually met before the epidemic, when Anna was challenged by her friends to kiss Pietro. Meanwhile, back in the forest, Aster is preparing for a party. He sets up a lot of things on fire, which creates a lot of smoke. Unbeknownst to Aster, a group of blue children pass by the forest and notice the smoke. They decide to investigate and find out where the smoke is coming from. Aster is playing around the house wearing his mother's clothes, when suddenly a group of blue children appears. They are a rough and intimidating group, but they don't harm Aster. Instead, they start taking all the things in the house with them. One of the girls picks up Mario's skull and makes fun of it, which is a disturbing and disrespectful act. The leader of the group approaches Aster and asks him to come with him. Aster is shocked and scared by the presence of these strangers in in his house, especially since Anna had told him that they were the only ones left on Earth. The leader of the group discovers that Aster knows how to write and seems to think that Aster is a good boy. After taking all the necessary items from the house, the group of children prepares to leave. The leader asks Aster to come with him, and Aster agrees without hesitation. However, when Aster is asked to go beyond the wires that surround the house, he becomes afraid of the demons that Anna had warned him about. He refuses to go out and, out of fear, climbs a tree. When the others try to get him to come down, Aster falls off a branch and gets hurt. Aster falls from the tree and lands on the other side of the wires. At first, he's scared and thinks he sees demons coming towards him, but when he regains his senses, he realizes that Anna has been lying to him all along. He's shocked and upset by this discovery, but he doesn't let it hold him back. Instead, he decides to keep moving forward and explore the world beyond the wires. After a few hours, Anna returns to the house and is shocked by the state of the place. She's most worried about Aster's disappearance and starts searching for him in the forest. She sees the blue color on the wall and realizes that the blue children must have taken him. Despite this, she continues to search for him in the forest, but after a long time, she becomes exhausted and falls unconscious. In her dreams, Anna's mother appears to her. Her mother asks her if she'll find her younger brother, and Anna says she will. Her mother encourages her to go and find Aster, and Anna sets off with determination. When Anna wakes up, she's more determined than ever to find her brother. She meets Pietro and asks him if he knows where the group of blue children might be. Pietro tells Anna that the blue children are likely to be found in Maghera, a place he's familiar with from his past experiences. Anna explains to Pietro why she's looking for her brother, and Pietro becomes angry and walks away. Anna then goes to the shop run by the twin brothers, Mario and Paolo. She offers to trade some batteries for a map that will help her find her way to Maghera. Mario is initially hesitant to trust Anna, but she proves to him that she doesn't have the red fever by picking up a curved object, which is a test for the disease. Mario lets Anna into the shop, but it becomes clear that he's not what he seems. He tells Anna that he's killed his own children and is holding one of their bodies. Anna, desperate to find her brother, believes Mario's words and follows him to the back of the shop. However, Mario betrays Anna's trust and pushes her into a muddy floor. Anna tries to get up, but Mario is laughing at her and enjoying her misfortune. The episode ends with Anna in a vulnerable position, and it's clear that she's in grave danger. The next morning, Mario goes to check on Anna, who is trapped behind his shop. He has locked her in a small dog cage along with another boy who is also being held captive. Anna tries to talk to the boy, but he doesn't respond. It turns out that Mario has been using the boy to dig a hole in the ground, but the boy isn't doing a good job. That's why Mario decided to kidnap Anna, because he knows she's strong and can help him with the digging. Mario's father used to tell him that Anna and her mother are rich and think they're better than everyone else. He said they don't deserve respect, and now Mario is treating Anna like a pet, making fun of her and ordering her around. As the day goes on, Anna's legs are chained up and she's forced to dig a hole in the ground. Mario tells her it's because his brother wants to eat ice cream, and he's doing all this work to make that happen. After a long day of digging, Mario gives Anna and the other boy some food, but it's not even fit for humans. He just throws them some dog food, and they have to eat it like animals. The next morning, Anna comes up with a plan. She starts acting like a dog, barking and crawling on all fours. Mario is thrilled to see her like this and thinks she's finally broken. He gives her orders and she obeys, but secretly she's just pretending to be a dog to distract Mario. Mario takes Anna to a room that smells terrible, and she discovers that he's kept his brother's dead body in a can of tuna fish. Anna is shocked and horrified, but she manages to keep her cool. When Mario isn't looking, she grabs a hammer and attacks him. However, Mario is too strong and he quickly overpowers her. Just then, Pietro arrives outside the shop and starts banging on the door. Before answering it, Mario ties Anna up and turns her upside down. Pietro is looking for Anna, but Mario tells him that she's never been there. To distract Pietro, Mario shows him some books with sexy photos, but it doesn't work. Pietro keeps asking about Anna, and Mario eventually tells him that she came to get a map and left. But Anna is not giving up. She manages to get hold of a speaker and plays a song, hoping to get Pietro's attention. Pietro hears the music and asks Mario to open the door to the back room. To prevent this, Mario eats the keys, but this only makes Pietro more suspicious. Pietro finally gets the second key and opens the door to the room. Anna, who has been tied up and angry, bursts out of the room and attacks Mario. She bites his ear, drawing blood, and Mario is forced to surrender. He tells Anna and Pietro to do whatever they want, and Anna takes advantage of the opportunity. She grabs a map and some important items, and then asks Pietro to come with her. However, Pietro refuses, still hurt from their argument the day before. Anna had blamed Pietro for Aster's disappearance, parents, and they had a big fight. Pietro doesn't want to forgive Anna yet, and they part ways again. Meanwhile, Astor and the new children are taken to the headquarters of the Blue Children's Group. The children are forced to be bathed in blue paint, a ritual that marks their initiation into the group. We see the leader of the Blue Children's Group, Angelica, who is older than everyone else. Despite being ill with scarlet fever, Angelica is still in charge and making plans for the group's survival. She's organizing food and shelter for her followers, determined to build a new world. The scene flashes back to a time before the epidemic, when Angelica was just a child. She's shown playing with her two friends in an empty building where she's acting as a judge in a cooking competition. She's forcing her friends to eat mud, showing off her controlling behavior. This is a glimpse into Angelica's spoiled and entitled personality, shaped by her wealthy upbringing. Just then, a shy and kind girl approaches them, wanting to join in on the fun. But Angelica is not interested in making friends with her. Instead, she tests the girl's loyalty by asking her to jump from a high place. The poor girl, eager to please, agrees and falls to her death. The scene then cuts to Angelica and her parents attending the little girl's funeral. But Angelica shows no remorse or sadness. Instead, she's bored and dismissive, calling the funeral dull and the little girl stupid for jumping without thinking. Her friends are too scared to speak up about what really happened, and Angelica's parents seem oblivious to their daughter's cruel nature. The scene jumps forward a few months, and everything has changed due to the arrival of the epidemic. Angelica's life has been turned upside down. She's now alone in her house, surviving on leftover food and playing in her sister's clothes. But what's most shocking is that she's still keeping her sister's dead body on her bed, a grim reminder of her past. One morning, the brother of the girl who was killed by Angelica's actions arrives at her house. He and his friends take revenge on Angelica, forcing her to her knees and pouring blue paint all over her. Angelica remains silent, covered in the blue paint, a symbol of her transformation. The scene then cuts back to the present, where Angelica is sitting in the same pool, but now she's a completely different person. She's the leader of the Blue Children's Group, and outside the headquarters, a crowd of children has gathered, eager to join her group. Anna tries to sneak into the building by offering to replace a battery, but it doesn't work. So she comes up with a new plan and tells the guards that she's an entertainer and wants to go inside to perform. It turns out that Angelica has a TV show where people showcase their talents for the entertainment of the Blue Children's Group. Anna is sent inside, dressed in new clothes, and is taken to a stage where 3 judges are waiting for her. They ask her to dance, but Anna refuses. Angelica calmly threatens Anna, saying that if she doesn't dance, she'll be thrown off the building. Scared, Anna asks if she can sing a song instead, and everyone agrees. Anna sings a cute song, and the judges are delighted. They spare her life, and Anna joins the other entertainers. When no one is paying attention to her, she sneaks up to the terrace where she finds her brother playing with other children. Anna decides to escape with her brother the next morning. That night, Angelica hosts a party, and a mysterious person wearing a helmet is brought in. It's impossible to tell if it's a young man or woman.